Okay, boys, today we're going to break down Paulo Costa against Sean Strickland. Two of the funniest fighters in the entire UFC roster right now. And yeah, I guess let's just jump right into it. So Paulo Costa, first and foremost, this guy, full of the secret juice. We love him. Hilarious personality and obviously an amazing fighter. So with Paulo Costa's fighting style, I feel like I would categorize him as more of a brawler more than anything else. He's very powerful. I think when I'm looking at this fight, Paulo Costa definitely has the power advantage, without a doubt. This guy in the first round, he is extremely dangerous. I'm just rewatching the Whitaker fight. I've watched it a couple of times now. He looked very good. He has a very, very sneaky switch kick, especially to the head. He has a very good switch kick to the head. He's got amazing kicks just in general. And he almost finished. I hate saying this, but if there's 5 seconds left or 10 seconds left, then he probably would have finished Robert Whitaker at the end of the first round when he landed that 6 spinning wheel kick out of nowhere. He does have a pretty good jab. He has a nice left hook, which is interesting because Sean Strickland got knocked out by a left hook against Alex Pereira, but Alex Pereira is just a whole nother level of fighter. So I don't put too much weight into that when I'm analyzing this fight. But what is really interesting is that he is very, very dangerous in that first round. And then after that first round, it drops down significantly because he's carrying around so much muscle mass. He has to cut a bunch of weight to make 185 pounds. This guy does not weigh 185. He definitely weighs well over 200 pounds on fight night. And obviously that comes at a disadvantage. He's more susceptible of getting knocked out. And it affects his gas tank. And we see that a lot with his gas tank more than anything else. Yeah, then just going back into his jab, he busted up Whitaker's face pretty badly. Even though he lost that fight, it was a pretty competitive fight for the most part, especially in that first round. But then obviously Whitaker took over, and he took over because especially later on in the second and third rounds, Costa was only throwing 1 to 2 punch combinations at most. He was rarely throwing three pieces in a soda at Whitaker. That ultimately is what lost him the fight. So that's a big thing with Paulo Costa in this fight, is especially with Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland, I'm going to get into more of this in a minute, but he's got some of the best defensive MMA techniques that we've seen. I've rewatched a bunch of his fights in preparation for this video as well. And the Philly shell, he just makes such great use of it for mixed martial arts. And he is amazing at checking kicks as well. Like in the Dricus du Plessis fight, I was there in person and I also rewatched it, and he was checking almost every kick, it seemed like. It was incredible. The fact that he's able to do that while he's standing up straight, it's just very impressive. And that's going to be a huge factor as well in this fight. And I think where Paulo Costa fights his best is when he makes it a brawl. He can't go technique for technique against Sean Strickland because it's just not going to work out. So he's got to be technical when it comes to his brawling. So he's got great body shots. And I think against Sean Strickland, he's got to work the body and he's got to mix it up. So if he's just headhunting with single 1 to 2 punch combinations, he's going to get pieced up and he's going to lose. And then also we've seen in the Luke Rockhold fight, he's got decent takedowns. He doesn't really go for them. So yeah, he's definitely capable of taking this fight to the ground, but will he? I don't know. I doubt it. He doesn't really do that, and I don't know if he's going to do that against Sean Strickland. And if he does, Sean Strickland's great at getting back up to his feet. So, and then also apparently this guy hasn't even signed the contract yet. That's what Sean Strickland just posted literally today as well. So hopefully I'm not making this video for absolutely zero reason and this fight actually happens, or else this is just a complete waste of my time and your time for watching this video. So let's just hope that's not the case. But anyways, we're going to go into Sean Strickland, and then we're going to break down how I think this fight's going to go and who I think is going to win. So Sean Strickland, he's a funny guy. You know, he's out there. He's in La La Land, especially on his Twitter account. And I'm also, I think this weekend, I'm going to make a video reacting to both of their Twitter accounts and just seeing who's the funniest fighter. So just stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe. Anyways, Sean Strickland, I guess he's primarily a boxer. His biggest weapon is his jab. He throws his teep kicks. He throws some calf kicks, but at most he throws those teep kicks just to keep him at distance to land that jab continuously. That jab is money. That jab pieced up Israel Adesanya. That jab pieced up Dricus du Plessis. Obviously, the biggest thing with Sean Strickland, like I mentioned before, he fights in that Philly shell style. He's great at deflecting shots and he's great at checking kicks. He beat one of the best mixed martial arts strikers in the history of the UFC in a 5-round fight via decision. So that's all you need to know about Sean Strickland. Like, that's no fluke if he beat Israel Adesanya by decision without takedown. So that's a that just says everything you need to know about Sean Strickland, and you can't sleep on this guy's striking just because he has a crazy personality. And also, I think that one of the biggest things with Sean Strickland that makes him such a great fighter is the fact that he hard spars every day. It almost seems like he hard spars several times a week, which is often frowned upon. This guy is probably not going to live past 40 years old. Hopefully he does, but this guy's brain dead. So hopefully he takes his fish oils and shit and can live a decently long life after he makes all his money in the UFC. So yeah, with the hard sparring, he just has his great timing. He's very calm in a fight. He's not overly reactive. He just has great reactions, great deflecting shots, catching, parrying, checking. He does everything very well. So that's Sean Strickland. And he's also great at getting back to his feet if the fight gets taken to the ground, if he gets taken to the ground as well. And yeah, just Sean Strickland, I don't remember seeing him ever go for a takedown. You know, just the fact that I can't recall him shooting for a takedown just says that that's not really his go-to. You know, his go-to is just fighting behind the jab and just piecing someone up and probably winning by decision unless they gas out like that one Russian guy he fought a couple of fights ago. Now I'm going to go into my actual prediction on how this fight is going to go. I think Paulo Costa is going to come out very strong. I think Sean Strickland's going to fight behind his jab for the entire fight. He's got to be careful with Paulo Costa's lead hook. It's very dangerous, especially in the first round when he still has a lot of cardio and he's not gassing out. So that's going to be a very interesting first round. Like Paulo Costa, he's got to be aggressive and he's got to put Strickland on the back step. Is he going to do that? I doubt it. He's probably going to troll Sean Strickland in the ring a little bit if he's getting frustrated with him, but I don't see Paulo Costa doing too much. And then also a big thing with Paulo Costa, especially in that Whitaker fight, he got pieced up by Whitaker's jab. Like Whitaker has a different jab than Sean Strickland, but Sean Strickland, his best weapon is his jab, and I think it's going to have the same impact on Paulo Costa. But yeah, I honestly see Sean Strickland just piecing up Paulo Costa at a distance. I think he's going to check every one of Paulo Costa's kicks. I think he's going to piece Costa up with his jab, and I think Sean Strickland's going to win by a decision. I don't think we need to overcomplicate this fight. I think that's literally what's going to happen from what I've seen. Paulo Costa slows down. Sean Strickland also has great cardio because he spars so much and so often, so he knows exactly how hard he can go. And I think because Paulo Costa, he pretty much only throws 1 to 2 punch combinations, I think Sean Strickland's going to it's going to be like Sean Strickland's on vacation in this fight, deflecting 1 to 2 punch combinations, checking the odd calf kick, and he's just going to piece up Paulo Costa with his jab, and he's going to win by decision. And I hope I'm wrong, because I hope Paulo Costa from out of nowhere, like an RKO, I hope this guy just has insane cardio out of nowhere and he can push pace for this fight and make it entertaining. Because I don't know about you guys, but Sean Strickland fights, they're very technical. And when people say, oh, it's a technical battle, that means the fight's not as entertaining. You know, we want blood. I get it. That's just us. And I'm guilty of that too. Like, what the fuck? Especially if I have to go through the hassle of streaming a fight, finding the stream, refreshing it, getting rid of all those ads. I want to see blood, man. I don't care. And again, with Paulo Costa, he's got to rip the body. He's got to switch it up, and he's just got to put Sean Strickland on the back step, land 3 to 4 punch combinations instead of 1 to 2 to open up Sean Strickland, and hopefully he'll land something. I don't think Sean Strickland is going to lose by decision against Paulo Costa. I'd be surprised by that. Paulo Costa is capable of having a high output for 3 rounds. He did it against Yoel Romero. So he's definitely capable of that as well, but I don't see that happening. I think Sean Strickland's going to win via decision. And also another big thing is I don't think Paulo Costa is just disciplined enough when he's losing a fight, especially to beat a more technical fighter like Sean Strickland. That, you know, we've seen this guy do some crazy stuff inside the octagon, almost troll his opponent, almost fight his opponent's ego to get him into a brawl and get him into his game plan and where he excels in a fight. But I don't see that going anywhere like Sean Strickland. He's going to be emotionless, like a hunter in there, and just, you know, just piece him up at a distance. Comment down below your predictions for this fight and just let me know what you guys think.